What is going on, everyone? I'm Spartan G Gaming. This is World War II. In this video today, I'm going to be trying my hardest to give you the best setup that I could possibly find to get the gold camo unlocked for the first LMG in the list, which is for the Lewis. Now, the Lewis is a full auto LMG with moderate recoil and does have high damage. Now, that all sounds pretty good, guys. But what guns don't sound very similar to that? This is an LMG we're talking about, a bigger weapon, very slow, very sluggish. So I've done all the hard work for you guys in this video, and I'm going to show you the best setup that I found to get this weapon to gold nice and quick and nice and easy. For the first 9 camos, you will need to get a total of 100 headshots. Now, when you first start to use this weapon from scratch, there's no doubt you're going to get the odd few kills here and there and the few headshots here and there. But they won't come as often as what you would like. So we need to now start sorting out the best setup so we can make this weapon a little bit more comfortable to use, but also easier, and keep up with those enemy that are using lighter weapons than us, like SMGs and pistols, so that we don't come second best off every time. Now, when you are using this weapon to start with, what I'd recommend is, when you can get the kills, is to get up through the weapon prestige and level and get those attachments unlocked as soon as you can, because I found that I needed them. So when it comes to attachments, we're going to go on to what attachments I would recommend a little bit later on in the video. But first of all, we're going to sort out our division. Now, the armoured division is what we worked with first of all. It's supposed to be working for the LMG. So you've got benefits on there such as the LMG bipod, which I'm going to go into very shortly, what that's all about. We've got immune to shell shock and tactical, take less fire damage, take significantly less explosive damage. Now, no benefits there help me with any of the challenges whatsoever. If you are unsure about what the LMG bipod is, I'm going to explain what that is now. But all it does is, when you do click your left D-pad button down, it will bring out this little stand, and it will make your gun a little bit more restricted. You can still look left, right, up, down, whatever. You can put it on a barrel, you can put it on the floor. But I found that it really didn't do nothing to help me with any challenges. What it did do was help me to camp a little bit more. So if that's your thing, guys, I'd recommend you use it, give it a go, see if it helps you with any of the challenges, but it didn't for me. So I didn't select the armoured division. We did at the start, give it a go, but we didn't select that overall. I wanted to make, obviously, the LMG gameplay a little bit more quicker, because it's slow, because it's sluggish, heavier weapon and all that. I wanted to make it faster. So then we experimented with the airborne division. I wanted to sprint a little bit longer for distances and increase sprint speed. Yes, you can go from one end of the map to the other very quickly, but again, if you come up against an enemy who has a lighter weapon than you, a pistol or an SMG, you're going to come out against second best every single time. So that was worse, guys. That didn't even work in the slightest. So then, instead of thinking about quick gameplay, I wanted to actually max out on the gun and make the actual weapon itself the best I could. So I went with the infantry division. We had an additional primary attachment on there. That's good. Extra magazines is brilliant because, you know, the LMG takes longer to reload. So we want extra magazines on that. But the great benefit of all was the move significantly faster while aiming down the sights at level 4. That is perfect because we need to get our sights up a lot sooner than normal, and we can move faster while doing it. And that really helped me. I'm going to get into a bit more detail about that later, guys. But a basic training perk that I used was primed perk. We've got another additional primary attachment, giving us 4 attachments in total to use, but also flinch slightly less when shot. That did help. Now, the attachments that I would select were quick draw to get the sights up a little bit faster. Also, I went with the reflex sight. Now, I like reflex sight anyway, but you can use the standard sight if you want, but I couldn't get on with the standard sight. That's quite a mean sight, as you saw at the start of the video on this weapon. I also went with the extended mag. Now, with that extra magazines in the infantry division and extended mag, it's going to give you 97 bullets in that first clip alone. So we've got no chance of reloading there, guys, giving us all that chance to just use the weapon without having to reload. That's brilliant. I also found as well that the weapon was very slow in the fire rate. So I wanted to up that by using rapid fire. And I'll tell you what, guys, with those attachments that I just recommended to you there, with the division that I just recommended, and also the basic training perk, I found that the gameplay started to really work a lot more easier, comfortable, and better. When you're going for headshots on the move, you should be able to get them now on the move. You'll find those lovely tips I gave you there in the setup should now start to help with headshots on the move. Remember, when you are going for the headshots on the move, you need to actually aim in at the head, or if an enemy is prone like that one there, you've got to always aim in at the head. Never aim at the body, because you're never going to get a headshot. but you should be able to get them on the move very easily now we've got that nice setup. If you do struggle with getting headshots now on the move, I've got some great tips, and this is one of my favourites, guys. I play domination all the time. There's a reason for that, because it helps me with my challenges. I also play hardcore, because I know in hardcore, enemy only have a UAV in the sky to know where you are if they earn one. Other than that, they don't know where you are. But this is a great tip of mine. This is my favourite, is when you're playing domination on hardcore, try and get the easy headshots when the enemy are trying to steal your objective point. I can show you so many videos, guys, in how this makes headshots easy. I can rack up about 12 to 15 headshots a game just by enemy trying to steal my points. But you can see how that works, guys. Hover around points what you've already taken. Wait for the enemies to come in and try and take them. Most of the time they won't know you're there. Like I said, they won't have a UAV in the sky unless they've earned one. If they have, it obviously doesn't work the same. But if they haven't, sit at your little points, hover around, wait for the enemy to come in. They'll try and take that point. It's giving you a chance then to aim in at the head and get an easy headshot. So you can see how that works, guys. Hopefully it will help you if you use those same tips. This is a great map on the flat tower. Point B is right in the centre of the map there. You can sit in any one of these corners, depending on which enemy point is already taken, then sit that end that the enemy is taken. Then when the enemy come across you, to take that point in the middle, you can get easy headshots. Same one here. This is another great location on the Gibraltar map, guys. I'm sitting here at point B, just hiding behind that little barrel. The enemies will then start flocking in to try and take point B. I'm going to get that easy headshot. So again, I can't express enough to try and use this tip, guys, and it will really hopefully help you with getting headshots if you do struggle with getting headshots on the move or through normal gameplay. Another great way of getting headshots throughout gameplay is getting to enemy spawns where you think enemy are going to be camping or being static around, like where they normally kind of stand around to, you know, get a few kills here or there if they're trying to go for challenges themselves. But go to the camping spot locations. There are plenty of camping locations on various maps of World War II. Every map, I think, has at least 10 camping spots on every map, so it's up to you where you go and which ones you try and find to use, where enemy you think are camping. But you can see how easy it makes for headshots again. You can creep up behind them and aim in. You can't miss the head. You can get an easy headshot. You haven't really got to do too much work then, guys. If you can work your way around the flanks, work your way around into those enemy spawning locations, you'll find the enemy will camp all over the place, trying to get kills on us or your teammates, and that's our easy chance to get an easy headshot while they're trying to get a little kill themselves from looking out from windows and locations like that. Now, the next camo along when you've got those 100 headshots is the M1916. Now, I'm not going to go too into detail about this. You should know how to get a payback medal, guys, but you need 10 of them. I got my payback medals very, very easily. You can do this as standard gun if you want, guys. It's up to you, but I would recommend keep the setup that I have. But this is just to prove a point, how you've got to make sure that when you are aiming in at the enemy, you aim in earlier than what you normally would. So we've just been killed by an enemy. We want that payback medal. He's more than likely going to come running into our spawn, so I've laid down, I've got my sight up, and I get that easy payback medal. I had to fight a little bit there. I said it was easy, a bit contradictory, but you know what I mean, guys. But if you get your aim up, let the enemy come towards you, you'll get that easy payback medal. If you go charging in, you won't get that sight up quick because you know it's an LMG. It's a lot heavy, sloppy gameplay, and it won't work. The next snow, camo, and leopard, you need to get 50 kills with armoured division and 50 kills with another division. It's up to you what you choose, guys, but 50 kills with each division is not that hard at all. The bronze camo. This is where now we need to get 2 rapid kills 5 times. Now, this is where the benefit of the infantry division comes in. When you get to level 4 of moving significantly faster while aiming down a sight start to really help you. This is where now I would recommend that you start to get your sights up a little bit more. After now getting to this stage, you should now start to do this anyway. But you can see how it works, how quickly you can move while you have your sight up. That way then, if there is an enemy in front of you, you can actually get that kill very easy before he's got a chance to get his weapon up. This is another great tip, guys. When you're going for rapid kills, again, domination, hardcore, when you're taking that point, the enemy are going to run in to try and defend that point, but you can actually use that as a good chance to get those rapid kills. The same here on the point to hog map. I'm now going to take this point. If I don't get the rapid kills while I'm taking the point, I'll get them slightly after, because that's when the enemy are going to start to charge in to try and take it back or try and defend you to try and stop you from taking the point in the first place. It works very simply like that, guys. Now this is a lot harder, but you can still do this. Because of the slowness in the gameplay and division that we have, it might take you a bit of time to head towards the enemy spawn. But try and work your way into the spawns nevertheless, guys, because you can actually get some really good heavy kills. You can get quad feeds, you can get frenzy kills very easily while heading to enemy spawn areas. But it will take you a little bit longer than our normal quick movements to get to those spawn locations. But try it, guys, it does help. Now, the copper camo, getting 5 bloodthirsty medals. This is where now we need to get 5 kills without dying. All 5 kills need to come from the Lewis alone. You can't get a kill, guys, just to remind you, from an explosive device. So try and refrain like I did there in using your grenades. Because if you did get a kill with an explosive and you go on to get 4 kills with the Lewis, you'll get your bloodthirsty, but it won't register. But I always say this in my videos, when I start to get to the stage of getting onto the rapid kills and bloodthirsties, I always are then in habit of using my grenades. I just chuck them without even thinking about them, but you've got to try and refrain from doing it. This is a great one in getting bloodthirsties, guys. Again, capturing enemy objectives. This is why I use domination all the time, guys. Have your sights up nice and early, wait for the enemy to come round the bends there, and you can get 5 kills within kind of 30 seconds. You can also use buildings on any map that you are on, guys. If a map has a building on, go inside it, look from the locations outside those little openings there or the windows, and you can just pick off enemy, one by one, and you can find that the bloodthirsties will come nice and easily. If you do keep moving from one window to another, again, it's going to give you less chance to get shot by the enemy who are just anticipating that you're there somewhere. Remember, the great thing about hardcore as well is you've got no kill cam. They will only have a rough idea of where you are, but they won't know exactly where you are. So there's lots of great benefits in the way that I show you guys how I get these weapons to gold. It's up to you whether you use them. I'm just giving you a few of my best tips and tricks, and like I say, hopefully they will work for you like they do for me. But you can see how easy I can build my bloodthirsties up. This is a great location here, guys, on the Gibraltar map. When you've taken your first point, or even point B, sometimes you can get it, run towards the enemy spawn, just run as quickly as you possibly can. You can't do too much running, but head towards the spawn. Now, this is a great location, and you can actually get here super kills, 7 kills on the trot without dying. You can get your chain kills very easily. So use those little tips, guys. Hopefully they will help you. But get your sights up early with this weapon and use those benefits of the infantry division, along with those 4 attachments, the basic training perk, the primed, and it will help you guys. This is the weapon at gold. I've already shown you that at the start. Hopefully you've found the video helpful. If you have, leave a like, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm now going to work the next light machine gun in the list. So join me for that, guys. But take care, and thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it.